Hey, what's good, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Smokin and Grillin, and of course, it's with me, AB. Now, check it out. We're approaching, Easter, so now, I'm gonna do a few things, for Easter, right? So when Easter in my household and a lot of other households out there, everybody do like deviled eggs. Hey, I got a question for you, and I want you to let me know down in the comment section below. If it's Easter and you know what it represents, why do they call it deviled eggs? You know what I mean? Hey, so I'm gonna figure this out, you know what I mean? But right now, we finna go over these ingredients. I'm finna show you crab stuffed deviled eggs, right? Hey, super easy. Let's get down here and look at these ingredients right here. Look, we got mayo, lump crab, lemon juice, relish, Dijon mustard, and then here we got sour cream. Now, we got paprika, and of course, where we gonna get our flavor from, we're gonna get it from this Creole Kick. Now, some of you guys out there, listen, if you don't have the Creole Kick, which I highly suggest that you guys have that, get yourself a couple of cans, because listen, we're gonna cook with this and go through it. But you can use Old Bay also. And then of course, you gotta have the star, right? You gotta have the eggs, right? So I got some large eggs, then I got pepper, and then of course, I got kosher salt. Super easy. Oh, and check this out. I don't use these all the time, you know what I mean? Because my local grocery store don't always have these, but look, we're gonna use these spring onions. You know what I mean? Hey, we just leveling up just a little bit, starting to use some of the things that we see in the grocery store, things of that nature. Now look, you wanna get yourself a pot, you wanna fill this up with water, which I'm finna do. I like my water to be just a little bit over the top of it, on top of my eggs, and check this out. I'm not gonna put my eggs in there until my water is boiling. I'm gonna show you guys how to just make foolproof boiled eggs also. So let me go ahead and get this, filled up. All right, so we got water in our pot. Let me go ahead and get this started. I got it on high. What I wanna do is bring this up to a boil, right? Remember, once it's up to a boil, then I'm gonna insert my eggs in here, and then we're gonna set a timer for just 12 minutes. That's it. Okay, so you guys can see, look, we boiling, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna be careful because you don't wanna drop them inside of the water, right? Just get them right there and you're gonna have to let them down a little bit, but you just don't wanna let them drop and then crack. And these are already at room temperature, but you can see the rolling boil kind of slows down, right? Now, you guys can make as many of these as you would like, you know what I mean? Because these they don't last long, they go kind of fast. Now, go ahead, take a look at this right now. I'm gonna let this come up to a boil, and now I'm getting ready to ask Alexa to do her thing. Alexa, set a hard boil timer.
Timer for how long?
12 minutes.
Hard boil timer, 12 minutes, starting now.
Okay, my timer just went off. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. Now what I'm gonna do is, follow me. We're gonna go right over here to the cold water. Turn this on. I'll start letting some of this come out. I'll start pouring some out. Let me pour it this way so you can see. But what we wanna do is, stop the cooking. You know what I mean? We don't want them super dark. You know what I mean? Some of you guys, if you like yours like that, you can do that too. But for me, I just let it go just like you see right here. Now, we got it nice. Man, it's nice and cool. So, I'm gonna let this sit right here. Put this off to the side. We're gonna let those cool. And what I'm getting ready to do now is, let's go ahead and just make our filling, right? So let's get down with that. Okay, so look, another thing I wanna show you too. I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of these eggs right here. This is another way you can tell if it's, hard boiled and it's ready, right? So if you take it and you turn it, look at that right there. Hey, listen, that right there tells me, look, these are ready to be done. Now, put this back in here. And I wanna show you this right here also. I want to show you, earlier I said this was Dijon, but check this out, just that Creole mustard right here. Now, if you guys don't have no Creole mustard, you can go ahead and use some Dijon mustard. You know what, use anything that you would like, but if you want to level up, this right here is the fire, folks. Now, I'm gonna set this off to the side, move my napkin. Now we're gonna start putting our ingredients in. For me, look, I'm gonna give you the ingredients. Don't forget, the ingredient list will be down in the description box below, but for me, because we don't like our yolk, our filling to be super watery, right? So I just take half of, my ingredients, right? This right here, we're gonna take all of it. Lemon juice, I'm just gonna, just a little bit. Because look, we can add it later. And now we're gonna add our sour cream. And now we're gonna add, half of our mayo. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take this and we're gonna cut this down. Now it's up to you how you do your spring onion. You know what I mean? It depends on how big you want your chunks to be, how much texture, But for me, it's really like when I do I'm trying to figure out a way that I can explain it. Like when I make my potato salad, you know, I like to get the crunch, you know what I mean? But I do love the flavor, you know, from the onion. This right here is gonna be a little something special. Okay, so now I'll just take a little bit. This is good right here. A little bit more than half, but look, I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna knock some of this in here like that. You know what I mean? That'll be good for now. And the rest of this, what I'll do is I'll just put this off to the side. You know, we'll just put it right there. And if we need more, we add more. Right now, your mind should be just telling you like, ooh, this is gonna be nice. If you guys watch my video on my potato salad, you know this is gonna be fire. Now let's go ahead and get our celery. Now we're gonna go ahead and get this sliced, and then we're gonna dice this down just like we did that spring onion. Okay, so now I'm gonna take about half of the celery, maybe a little less than half. I'm gonna go ahead and just put that in there like that. Now, if you guys follow me over this way, look, this is what we're working with. Got this in here like that, right? So now I'm gonna grab my seasonings. I got my Creole Kick, right? Just gonna add just a little bit to it right now. Just a little bit, not too much. You know why? Because we wanna taste it. I'm gonna go ahead and just add. Now look, you guys know I'm big on the Creole Kick, right? Because the Creole Kick, look, it's low sodium. So you're gonna need something just to wake up the flavor, you know, that profile, right? So I just add just a little bit of salt right now. And you can't never have too much black pepper. Now you want to go ahead and just start to, you know, give this just a little mix. Now I'm gonna let this part just marinate together or whatever. So then, you know, you'll come up with something like that. I'm gonna set this off to the side. Now I'm gonna go ahead, grab my eggs, right? Now it's time to go ahead and just, you know, make my peel. Now look, I'm gonna take these over to the sink, but I just want you guys to see. Hold on one second. Now, that's my egg, right? Now for the good part. Let's see what we're working with in the inside. Now I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna do this old school, the way my granny taught me, right? Now look, I'm gonna say this is not like the safest way, but I got myself my petty knife, right? You know, this is part of the set. Chef, petty, and I got a slicer. But this right here, look how small it is. This is perfect for this. Now, you wanna cut it, and we wanna cut it in half. For me, I'm gonna cut it this way. You know what I mean? I feel the resistance from the yolk, right? Open that up. Look, that's perfect. Tell me what you guys think. Now, this is where it get cool. And if you got some kids, they can help make this also. You know what I mean? So what we wanna do is bring this over here like this so you guys can see it. I'm gonna take this. Let me get myself a fork. No, a spoon to work just fine for this right here. Hey, I don't know what I was thinking. Look, I started, you guys don't know this, but I love deviled eggs, right? So look, you see, cut them. Hey, the reason I say that, because look, I wasn't even recording me doing this. So look, take it, flip it over like that, give it a little press. Come on. And it drops right out. Take it, and then if you guys got yourself one of those trays, go ahead and put it, you know, put it in a tray. If you don't, that's okay too. There we go, nice and clean. Now, I'm not gonna bore you guys. We're gonna go ahead and finish this up, and then when I'm finished with that, you know, once I finish getting these cut and get this yolk in here, we're gonna go ahead and finish up this filling. We finna fill them up, and then we finna eat, folks. All right, so we got all our yolks. Oh, you know what? I'll just come over here and show you guys. Here's the tray. You know, I got everything set up, right? And then I mentioned it earlier, but I want to show it. Look, here's the Ziploc bag. I'm gonna show you where this comes into play in just 1 second. Now, I'm gonna take my spatula, you know what I mean? And I'm just gonna break some of this up, just like you see here. It's up to you how smooth you want this to be. I don't mind if it's a little bit on the chunky side. That's cool with me. Now, I'm just gonna taste it and just see where we at with the seasoning. And then do I want to add anything else to it? You know, so let me just go ahead and get just a little bit. And look, I've been known to just like eat this filling, you know, the way it is. So check it out. Okay, right off the bat, I can tell you, we finna go with this Creole Kick. You know what I mean? So we're just gonna add a little bit more to it. You know what, look, I saved about just a little bit. That's about a half a teaspoon back. You know, so now we're gonna just give it a mix. Now, let me go ahead and get another spoon. Let's drop back in here again. Now notice, each time I test, it's gonna get a little bit bigger and bigger. All right, so here we go. what you just saw. Now it's time to add the crab meat, right? So for me, I preach, we always got to do like it's best practice to just add a little bit at a time, right? So I'm gonna add a little bit more than half, then I use a spatula, and then we kind of like just take it easy because we know crab meat is delicate. We just want to like really like just fold it in, right? And then after you look at that, then I go ahead and add the rest of the content that's in our, our can inside of there. Then we just continue to, use our spatula and fold it over. All right, so now I'm gonna show you a little trick. If you don't have one of them cake piping bags and all of that kind of stuff, look, get yourself just a regular cup, right? Get your gallon Ziploc bag. What we're gonna do is, look, just the corner. We're just gonna stick the corner down here like that. Just as far as we can get it. And then we're gonna just put this over here like this. Super easy. Now we're gonna bring our filling back. This is where it gets fun, and this is where you can do things with your whole family, So now, we just wanna take it, and you just wanna start filling it in just like this. Hey, the cup make it so much easier, y'all. You know what I mean? I done tried it the other way. I mean, that's cool too, but this right here gets you right in the ballpark and get you ready to work. Now, obviously you can see that my baggie changed. You know what, I didn't even know that the bottom of that bag was like cracked. So once you get it, squeeze it down to one corner. You cut yourself, a little bit off of the tip. Now I would suggest that you cut just a little bit first, and then if it's not enough, then you go ahead and, make it bigger. And this is the reason why. You see that right there? This way you can control it. You don't want to squeeze it and then too much comes out, right? But super easy, and don't forget, it's lump crab meat in there, right? So if you didn't beat it up, you can see like that piece that just shot out of there. Hey, but this is what you want. You just want to be able to control it, put a little bit in at a time, and that's cool right there. I mean, the hole could have been just a little bit bigger. But now, once you're done with that, for me, I went ahead and used the tops of a green onion just to like spruce it up, add some color, and not to mention the, flavor. Then you sprinkle some of that paprika on there like that. And what do you think, folks? That right there, that's the money shot right there. Look at that. Ah, yeah, crab stuffed deviled eggs. I'm gonna go ahead and just take one of these right now. Oh yeah, now this is the favorite part of mine right here. Now, don't forget we got that onion in there. We got that celery, so it's gonna give it that nice texture. We got the tops of the green onion. It's sprinkled with that paprika, you know what I mean? And we got that crab. Hey, let me quit talking. I know you can see me because my mouth is watering. These right here is fire, folks. Hey, now look, do I get down like this? Do I hit it in half? You know what I mean? That's how you do, I guess, because I'm on camera. But more than likely, when I'm, doing this by myself, off camera, bloop, the whole thing go in. Hey, so here we go.